First one of the day. The hook's out. Scottish wild brown trout. That was on a little golden black emerger. Hi everyone, and welcome to Piscator UK. Well guys, you finally joined me back on the float tube. Finally doing a bit of fly fishing. And been praying for light winds. And there's absolutely no wind. Yeah, I've actually been here, or attempted to fish here twice over the last couple of months. And each time I couldn't even get on the water, it was that windy on the float tube. I did manage to get a sort of couple of hours, a few casts on the bank, but because I wasn't prepared to fish on the bank, I had no tripod, no chest cam, so yeah, no video. I did get a couple of fish, nothing of great size. So, like I said, I've been looking forward to this for quite some time since I got the float tube. And because of the conditions, I'm just fishing subsurface at the moment. I've got a little emerger on and a little weighted nymph. I think I've got a 1.5mm bead on just a waltz worm. I've had one fish, a couple of takes. I've had a few changes of flies since I started. Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. Here there's a few fish moving on the surface. So yeah, hopefully maybe get the dry fly out later. But yeah, I'm just getting to grips with the float tube and fly fishing. It's the first time that I've attempted it on the float tube since I've got it. It seems easy enough at the moment, just keeping my casts relatively short. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now, obviously on the float tube, I know this sort of style of fishing is not for everyone, but I just love being on the water, whether it's on the kayak, boat or float tube, and I just love the freedom that, you know, being on the water gives you. Go where you want and just explore. And I just think that's more enjoyable. Obviously you can explore on the bank, but you are limited. And on this little Highland Loch, there's so many islands, outcrops, that if you're doing that on the bank, you're not going to be able to reach those areas. Hence the reason why I got the float tube. I've got my 10-foot rod, 5 weight, and I went for the 10-foot just because, although this is a Savage Gear high rider, it is quite a high sitting position. But overall, you know, you are still quite low to the water. So I went for the longer rod on this session, just to get a feel for it. You know, like I say, this is the first time on the float tube, so yeah, just getting a feel for it, seeing how much clearance I've got, my back cast, etc, etc. The light winds are forecast all day, but we are supposed to get some rain. Well, it says 50% chance of rain, and it's normally 50% chance of rain in Scotland. But we'll stick it out, and hopefully we can catch some stunning wild brown trout. Fish on, guys. Missed the take. That gave a good account of itself. Take the I don't know if you can see that, Silver Invicta. Stunning colours. Yes. That was the one that I missed just seconds before. Beautiful. Took the bibby off. Ah, it's tiny. But more than welcome. Come on. Absolutely beautiful. A lot of colours. I must admit, I was just thinking to myself, I think the fish are switched off, and then I missed the take on the first time, and then it nailed it the second time. Oh, it's again. I just love playing the fish on the reel. After all, that's what the reels are made for. On the bibio again. Oh, right, fully that. Bibio on the dropper. Looks like it's brother. Jeez, oh. 3 casts, 3 fish. Oh, this is snagged. It's on a bibio again. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Bibio again. Come on, fella. That's a wee Let's get out here. Fish. This one's on the Silver Invicta. Silver Invicta. Fish on, guys. Nice jump. And then Invicta. Lovely. Well, I wouldn't get anything on the bibio because I've lost the bibio. It must have came off after releasing that fish. Well guys, I've had an absolutely brilliant day today on the float tube on a wild loch in the Highlands of Scotland. The start of the day, it was really hard. It was like a mirror. Most of the afternoon, most of the morning. Did manage to get a couple of fish, and then a little breeze picked up at the end. Unfortunately the light's fading. Must be about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening. And yeah, it's getting a bit cold as well, and there's a little drizzle of rain just starting. And I finished off with a nice little flurry of trout. But thanks very much for joining me today. Tight lines, and I'll see you next time on Piscator UK.